Two local Vancouver University athletes are on the cusp of living out a childhood dream. In what would be the first time in U Sports history, one school, the University of British Columbia, may see two of their star athletes selected in the same NFL draft. For more, I'm joined in studio by Giovanni Manu and Theo Benedette. Welcome and thanks so much for joining us. What an exciting day with the NFL draft already getting underway. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling quite nervous, anxious, stressed, all the above. But you know, my family's in town, and they're just keeping my nerves cool and calm and collected. So I'm just trying to be as calm as I can. So yeah.
And Theo, what about yourself? You have a very high pedigree, and you know, is there lots of pressure on you? How are your nerves today?
Yeah, I mean, like Gio said, having your family close and those kind of things helps keep you grounded, and definitely nervous at what might be ahead, but also excited just to, you know, get back to playing football.
And it's been a very busy lead up, especially for you, Gio. Your April calendar, I think we're going to put it up on the screen, but what's been posted on X by NFL insider Tom Pelissero, you've been to many meetings, I think 11. So tell me about that. Who's won you over the most so far?
Yeah, all the meetings have been great. It was like about a week and a half on the road, so it was pretty long and it was stressful, all the above. But you know, it was a great experience. It was great to, you know, just see head coaches that I've only seen through TV and all that, and just to see them face to face and talk to them. It was pretty surreal, and yeah, it was a great experience overall. I would say, you know, not one team has won me over. I would say they're all pretty good, and I'll just be fortunate enough to play for any one of those teams that takes a chance with me. So yeah.
And you both helped lead the Thunderbirds to a championship, especially after a rebuilding year. But you changed your profile picture, I believe, to Rocky. So tell me, what have you been doing to train ahead of the draft?
Yeah, I just picked that picture. I thought it was fitting when I was training for our pro day, where we kind of tested in front of NFL scouts here in Vancouver. I went to Knoxville, Tennessee to train in a gym that's kind of hidden away in the Appalachian Mountains down there, and it just reminded me a lot of Rocky IV, when Rocky went to train in the woods in Russia in a wood gym. So I just felt it was really fitting and kind of like was representative of my mindset during that time, and I had a great time down there working with Charlie Patrone, who's had so many great NFL players come through his gym. So just to be next in line would be awesome.
And was there lots of Eye of the Tiger playing in your earphones?
Definitely Eye of the
moment?
Tiger, Yo Adrian, thinking of all those things, so yeah.
There you go. And Gio, I hear you took a bit of a different path to get into American football. You grew up playing rugby and basketball. Did some of that kind of transition over, or how did you make that jump to American football?
Yeah, so when I migrated over here I went to high school at Pitt Meadow Secondary. When I migrated over there, it was during the winter time, so football season would have been over by then. So I had to wait till the next year in fall in order to join football. But the sport that they offered me at that moment that was available to me to join and partake right away was basketball. So basketball was the first sport I played out here. And yeah, basketball and football, I mean, basketball and rugby really, there's lots of stuff in there that I take and add into football. You know, rugby, easily the physicality from it, you know, it prepped me well for football. And then basketball, just the footwork that you need as an offensive lineman, and pass setting and all that really translates from basketball, so yeah.
And Theo, you're ranked top U Sports athlete in the latest CFL draft rankings. How do you deal with that pressure?
Well, it's no pressure really. I understand that my preparation is what's got me to this point, and that's what's led me to be, you know, lucky to get some recognition as a player, and that same preparation will carry me to the next level.
And you guys have both obviously put in a lot of work individually and as a team. Is it a coincidence you've both ended up at UBC, and is UBC becoming a NFL pipeline?
I would say definitely yes. I think that's what something me and Gio have been really proud of. Obviously getting here, we didn't really know each other, but as we've built that bond, we've kind of realized that we can leave a mark on the program as not just in terms of winning on the field, but creating really a culture and expectation of the talent that you can produce coming out of Canada, and that if you work hard at a U Sports program and work hard at UBC, you know, you can accomplish everything you want in football.
And Gio, I'll let you answer that one as well.
Yeah, I think Theo said it pretty well himself, right? Yeah, it was great, you know, starting off my football career at UBC with Theo, on all these visits, all of the teams always ask me, who's the best teammate you've had throughout your tenure at UBC, and I always tell them, so it's Theo Benedette. So, it's great to come in with a guy like him, and we've been through the downs and we've experienced the highs as well. So, just to be at this moment is great, and yeah, definitely, I hope me and Theo are shining light at youth sports, showing that there is talent in the youth sports level and up here north of the border, not just south of the border, but there is hidden talent here, and hopefully we've put a spotlight on youth sports players. So yeah.
And not just youth sports players, but both of you being on this team together. And what does it say being in the same draft to young athletes? Is this something that you want them to look at as motivational, that you can kind of really, really do anything?
Yeah. It's extremely rare. I don't think it's ever happened at the youth sports level where, two guys are potentially looking to get drafted out of the same team, and hopefully we are that motivation for kids in high school level here in Canada looking to further on play more after high school. Hopefully they could stay local and go to local Canadian universities and aspire to be like me and Theo. So hopefully we do motivate the community and all that.
Yeah, and Theo, I was going to say, what does it say to athletes who maybe are considering going to the States, but this shows them that there is a lot of hope here?
Yeah, actually, I've been the last couple weeks just waiting for the draft. I've been going back to coach with my high school team at Handsworth, and just seeing those athletes in high school reminded me of myself when I was that time. And so when they ask me for advice, that's what I tell them. I say, a lot of athletes kind of have the impression that they have to go to a Division I school to play in the NFL, and that's not necessarily true. That if you work hard, you can accomplish that from anywhere.
And Gio, did you ever think you'd be playing at this level?
Honestly, when I first started out football, obviously you just play for the fun of it, and just being with your teammates. So I really didn't think of being at this point, but it really sparked off. I would say like my first year of football with at university at UBC. Coach Neil over there, a great head coach. He kind of pulled me and Theo aside, during our first fall camp, and just kind of told the both of us, if we take this serious for the next 4 to 5 years, you two could potentially be NFL players, not CFL players, but NFL players. And ever since I heard that from an experienced coach like him, I kind of knew, okay, I could actually chase this. So, yeah.
Well, best of luck. I'm dying to know where you guys are going to be on Saturday, but we're out of time. But best of luck in the draft, and we'll be watching. Thank you both for joining us with the NFL draft in full swing. We better leave you to watch those phones for that life-changing call, and please know that all of Vancouver will be cheering you on. That was Giovanni Manu and Theo Benedette, two UBC athletes who might hear their names called in the NFL draft. City News will keep you up to date on the draft and the potential selection of these local athletes.